Okay. Let me see what the best angle for this screen is. I don't know. All right, so it's Saturday Night Live with me. I wasn't sure I was going to make it out here, but I did. So, I did put up a garden video, so if you guys kind of missed the good videos, I know these live ones are not very good quality sometimes. Check that out. I just uploaded it last night, so that's there. I'm gonna try to do a couple more. I've got a haul video or two that I want to put up. I hope it happens. So I'd like to try to get back to doing those pre-recorded videos because the content I think is a little better. But anyhow, tonight's thing, I wanted to tell you guys a shortage story. Because I don't know about you, but we've been experiencing some kickback from the events of the past 6 months. I don't know if you heard, numbers in really short supply. And I'm so glad we built some, we did do some raised beds with treated lumber. What was it? About a month ago? No, 2 months ago, because my garden has been in it for a while. So I'm really glad we did that. But that's in short supply. Now my story starts with our freezer. So before we moved, I wanted to get a new freezer because this one is kind of old, and the door, like when you open the door, it kind of falls off the hinges a little bit. So then when you shut the door, you have to pick it up and then push it in. So it's kind of an ordeal. And I was like, okay, before we move, I got to get this freezer because after we move, it might not happen. And sure enough, we moved and it didn't happen. So we still have that old freezer. So I finally got around to thinking about buying a new freezer. And of course, there's a freezer shortage. Honestly, I haven't tried looking all that hard, but I know you can't really find them used. And I've heard that the warehouses are getting really low. So I was just like, well, I'm going to hold tight. I'll defrost the one we have, and just try to make it last until this is going to sound so bad. I'll just make it last until people start running out of money and selling extra stuff, and hopefully somebody wants to sell an extra freezer. Because sometimes when people panic buy, like they buy way more stuff than they need. So I started getting all the stuff out. I'm like, what am I going to do with this extra stuff? We had some meat in there that I was like, because I'm trying to get it low enough to fit everything into a cooler while we do the defrost. So I was like, well, I'll just can some of this meat. So I'm like, do I have enough canning lids? I think I do, but like I'll get some more just in case. No canning lids anymore. There is a canning lid shortage because everyone's canning. So thankfully, like I don't have enough to go crazy with the canning this year, but I'm just gonna like kind of ration out the lids and it'll be fine. I just can't go crazy with canning. So that was a second shortage. And the third thing isn't really a shortage, but I was like, well, I could always dehydrate stuff. Like we've got raspberries now and I'd like to dehydrate some. So I go to turn on my dehydrator and it doesn't work. Like the engine blew or something. And this was a $4 dehydrator that I got at a garage sale like before I got married. So it's seen a lot of use, but still, I mean, right in my dire time of need when like I'm trying to pinch and scrimp on freezer space and there's a canning lid shortage, my dehydrator breaks down, like seriously. So today we made a trip into town. I got my Walmart pickup. And then I did go into a thrift store. In case you're wondering, yes, I wore a mask. There's a lot of older people that work there and I didn't want to like make any enemies. So Anyways, I'm like, sometimes they have dehydrators in there. You know, like that. There's some things you just know that the thrift store might have, like, you know, golf balls and and walkers, and you know, they've always got certain things, right? And there's like sometimes they have dehydrators. Like I really, really hope they have a dehydrator. So I went in there with my mask. I was like, all right, let's hope there is one. I'm walking through. I'm like, don't see one. I don't see one. Finally, I saw one. And it was still in the box. It was a little expensive. It was like 10 bucks. And I think it was a little cheaper quality than my last one that I had, but I was still super happy to find it. So now I have a dehydrator and a small amount, a workable amount, but a small amount of canning lids and a freezer that still needs defrosted. But so that's my little story. I did want to like ask you guys, one, have you noticed any shortages in your area? But also, possibly more importantly, are you buying a lot of stuff? Because I know I have been buying a lot of stuff. And I feel like, first off, because it's like you don't know what they're going to be out of next. So that kind of makes me want to buy stuff. But I think also the thing of when you buy stuff, it gives you a sense of control, because I feel like we have about zero control with what's going on in the world, and especially in our state. I don't know if any of you guys follow what's going on in Michigan, but basically the governor has decided to start like a dictatorship. She just kind of bypassed the different branches of government, and she's using this obscure law to basically do whatever she wants for however long she deems necessary because of the corona. So anyways, I feel like buying stuff gives me a sense of control and a sense of like everything is okay in the world now that I have my hoard of stuff. So, and we've noticed that with our business too. Like it's been crazy, crazy busy. And I wonder if it's going to get busier now that there's a lumber shortage. I don't know. But anyways, that's my little thing for tonight. I don't know what's it been, 8 minutes? Yep, I don't have a whole lot for tonight, but I thought I'd tell you my little shortage story and see how you guys are doing in regards to like if you're buying as much stuff as I am or not, if you're just sitting tight. And that's great. I think it's better if you're just sitting tight, because that way you've got a little bit of sense of confidence, I guess. All right. Well, I will see you all later.